All right, welcome, welcome everybody. How's everybody doing today? Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. All right, all right. Yep, I meet everybody. Welcome, welcome. Put down the chat where you coming from. What's your biggest why? Why are you here? And please turn on your camera. The more you participate, the more I can help you, right? I am on your side. This is Dr. Chau, real Dr. Chau. This is not Dr. Chau AI, right? So I can see you. Francisco, Illinois, good to see you, brother. Thank you for participating. Christina from Tucson, Arizona, give them a hand. Okay, put out on your camera so we can get to know you. People do business with people who we like and trust. So if we don't see you, it's really hard to like you and trust you, right? So please turn on your camera. Don't be shy. You know, we are here as a family. Marilyn, thank you for turning on camera. Mike, I see you. Tanya, Terrence, Christina, Ruiza, Catherine, Celeste, Sheen, Erica. All right, welcome, welcome. All right, fantastic, fantastic. Put that in the chat too. What's your big why? Retire your mom. Perfect. I did that when I was 33, and my dad as well, and my grandma, and that was one of the best thing I've done for them. So very, very grateful to be able to do that. Okay. How about you guys? All right. Thank you, Christina. Appreciate it. Yeah. What is your why? Put down in the chat. What's your why? Why are you here? Okay. It's the most important thing. Why are you here? What's your biggest why? All right. What's your dream? Never give up on that. Freedom. Amen to that. Yes, I'm gonna talk about that as well. Did you know there's a 4 type of freedom? There's money freedom, which a lot of people have, doctor, lawyer, but not a lot of people have time freedom. You do whatever you want to do, like we did, took 3 months off, went to Costa Rica, I just got back for a month, and we book a one-way ticket to a country, we like it, and we stay. We don't like it, we go to another country. That's the time freedom, right? However long we want to stay. And then there's also relationship freedom. So I don't have to talk to anybody if I don't want to nowadays, right? That's pretty awesome, right? Before, one of my clients called, I had to jump, I had to whatever, nice weekend, right? And I want to change that. For most company, most job, you don't have relationship freedom. So I'm going to show you how this business provides you that freedom as well. And then the 4th freedom is location freedom. So ask yourself, if you can you just take off 3-6 months, travel to another country, book a one-way ticket, and go from there. If you can't do that, then you want something that we have, which is absolute freedom. That's what it's all about, okay? At the end of the day, that is what it's all about, right? And time with your loved one, of course, right? So imagine how much money you want to make per month to get that absolute freedom. Put down the chat. Is it 20K a month? Is it 40K a month? Is it 60K a month? Whatever it is, put down the chat right now so I know where you're at. I know what you want to do, and my promise to you is by the end of this call today, you will walk away with exactly what you need to know, how to get there, and how you can accomplish your absolute financial freedom within 10 years. No, I'm kidding. No, within 3 years. No, I'm kidding. Okay, 3 years is even too long for me. I want you to do it within 6 months. Make 6 figures, pass it within 6 months. How many here are up for this challenge right now? Okay, I have helped so many people get there without any experience in real estate, without even sometimes experience in business, but they're able to get there. So why not you? Why not now? What are your excuses now, right? I have helped moms, single mom with 2 little kids. I have helped people with just have a baby and skyrocket as well. Even a 15 years old, even a truck driver can do this. Why can't you? Why not now, right? 90%, my mentor, Tony Robbins, billionaire Tony Robbins, said 80-90% of your success is mindset. Okay, so we're going to touch on that today as well. So 15K a month, Celeste, awesome. All right, Christina, current owner SDR, doing well, 2 years, right? Transition MTR, cool. iPhone Diane, 20K plus. All right, that's right. Take care of family without any worry. Amen. 25K. Kristen, yeah, Maryland, 50K plus. All right. Imagining it's 6 months from now and you making this income passively, what will you do now? How will you feel? What would change in your life, your family? Put down in the chat. Where would you go? What would you do for your family? If nothing, if you can do anything, you can accomplish your goal with a magic wand of a of a wand right now in 6 months already, and you able to accomplish this goal passively, what will you do? All right. And my team to participate, guys. Where you guys at? Rianne, Nino, reach out to the rest of my team. Get the butt over here. All right, let's go. I want to see you guys participate in the chat too. Okay. All right, Kristen, retire my mom. Travel more. Raji, come on, help out. Mike, Rianne, pop in the chat. Fire hard. Come on. All right. My mother will no longer struggle. Amen to that. Travel. All right. What are some amazing travel destination that you guys want to go to? Okay. What's some dream destination? Dream destination. Greece. All right. That's right. Brother house and retire him. Awesome. Europe, Cancun. Oh, I've been to all of that actually. Yeah, it's amazing. Santorini, Greece is the most amazing place on earth. One of the most amazing places. You know, Paris in the Olympics is really cool too. Happen every 100 years. Teach my son Marilyn, teach my son to pick up where I leave up. Donate beef and chicken to needy family. All right, cool. I like beef and chicken. Travel. All right, cool. Fantastic. Yes. Love it. All right. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Keep your dream alive. So can I help you? Can I have permission to help you get this dream, your goals right now? Okay. My promise to you is I will do everything in my power in this next an hour and a half here, 2 hours, to give you the best of everything that I learned for the past 20 years as entrepreneurs, invested over $1 million into myself, helped hundreds of students nationwide, won multiple awards, become the #1 go-to coaching company for corporate housing, insurance housing in America. Okay? All I ask for in exchange is 2 things: for you to be transparent with where you are at, and be coachable. Because if you're not transparent, you're not coachable, I can't help you, right? And also the other thing is being decisive and committed, because that's what our most successful clients are. They're very decisive, they're very committed, and they just do it. All right, make things happen, guys. So that's what I'm talking about. And the longer you stay, the more gems I will drop. The more you participate in the chat, the more I can feel your energy and the more I can reciprocate. You guys got me? Okay. And so the longer you stay, the more at the end, the more gems, the more secrets I will drop. Okay. So stay to the end. How many can do that? All right. So I will show you how I went from a trapped corporate slave to have absolute freedom with corporate housing, insurance housing / insurance housing, without owning any properties, without having any employees or real estate experience. Now, if you don't have any of this, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to need any of this. There are certain secrets beyond Airbnb, beyond VRBO that nobody know about. And that's why we are here, to help you understand, okay? So stay to the end. I will give you the blueprints how to do as well. I will do everything in my power to make it worth your while. That is my goal for tonight, okay? Sounds good? So I invested over $1 million into my mind and my mindset, my strategy, and learned from the biggest billionaires mentor all over the world, like Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins, Sir Richard Branson, okay? What I learned, I discovered the one vehicle that helped me get absolute financial freedom, and I'm gonna share that with you. It is better than everything out there. It's better than stocks, crypto, MLM. I try everything. Trust me, I got my MBA as well. Look at hundreds of different models, travel the world, learn from billionaires. And I tell you, this is the best opportunity right now, okay? Whether it's playing poker with Grant Cardone on his yacht or jump in the Cold Spring and Hot Spring at Tony Robbins Mansion or play chess with Sir Richard Branson, I'm here to tell you that I have learned from the right people, and I refuse to give up. That's the most important thing I want you to get out tonight. You got to learn from the right people, the right mentorship, the right community, and then just don't give up. That's it. That is the key secret. And also, there are many other secrets I will be sharing as I learn from all these giants. All these men over here are billionaires with a B, okay? That has impacted millions of people for decades, for decades, guys, okay? I'm not talking about a fly in the pan or something. No, these guys, gentlemen, has been around forever. And look them up. I highly recommend them, you know? Amazing, amazing individual here, okay? How many want to experience that, right? And how many want to know who won that game of chess with Sir Richard Branson? Okay, I actually played 4 games with him. So I will share that with Ann, just remind me, and I will tell you. And also, who won at the game of poker with Grant Cardone, Uncle G, okay? And what if you win against these guys? What will you do with the winnings? Okay, with poker there was a big price tag um, of $12,000. Okay, so somebody won 12,000. Whether it's me, whether it's Grant, whether it's somebody on his executive team. Let's have some fun here, right? I will tell you the answer by the end of the call. Just remind me, okay? And it's very interesting, and there's a lesson behind that as well. Okay, it's not just me, it's about what's possible for my students. That's why I'm here. These, for example, these 2 students met within my community and they partner up and boom, they got 2 properties right away. Each of them, as you can see, over 8K a month, and they make very good income, like full-time, replace their full-time job within just a couple months, you see? Or suddenly with insurance, how many want insurance booking that pay upfront? You know, 3 more 4 months upfront, like Sunny here, okay? Or if you're a mom, how many are mom who want to stay at home and, you know, take care of the best job in the world is being mom? Give a hand to all the moms and dads out there, right? You guys, especially the mom, have the hardest job in the world without a lot of recognition and always get, you know, criticism usually. But guys, if you you ever criticize your wife or your mom, just trying to like just put out a week and do all the things they gotta do, right? I'm sure you won't be complaining anymore. But anyway, these 2 moms come into our class, frustrated, burnout, rock bottom, right? They both have little kids and they can't really travel. They can't really, you know, do work full time and do business and take care of their family. But with our help, we have helped them to make $20,000, $30,000 a month passive income, and both of them retire in their 30s now, travel around the world, vacation every week. We have all the testimony for you, and that's what it's all about, right? So now, how do you know our program is one of the best, if not the best? Definitely the best for corporate housing, because our coaches and advisors all graduate from our mentorship. We have Uriah here, even a truck driver. A truck driver makes 6-figure income within 1 year. It's crazy, like passive, right? And he does the best part is, instead of driving truck for 50 hours across the country and never see his family, he only work a few hours a week, living on the beaches of the world. That's the key to freedom, right? So the products of the products. Okay, my goal is to show you stuff that nobody else is teaching with corporate, with Airbnb. A lot of Airbnb coaches out there I know, but I'm the only one that show you how to do midterm rental, corporate housing, insurance housing. I'm the OG that started this whole coaching company on this whole industry many years ago during the pandemic, because after I learned, you know, through Airbnb, through being an entrepreneur for 20 years, I have found that COVID made all the short-term rental shut down, you know, overnight. There's no vacation and all the headaches that go with it. So that's why I know that I have something very special, because my company not only survived but thrived during the pandemic and now become one of the biggest network for corporate housing. So my story is an immigrant from Vietnam, came to America with absolutely nothing. How many came to America with nothing? Okay, how many start with nothing? Right, you guys got me. Without any English, any connection, all 4 of us had to sleep on one tiny mattress in the ghetto, literally. Okay, but I determined to achieve the American dream. Determined to achieve the American dream. Okay, I started my business since I was 11. A lot of them have failed. But hey, all you need is how many business you need to succeed to be overnight success? One. Okay. So you are one idea, one business away, and this might be it. So stick around. Okay. So how have you been told that in order for you to get the American dream, you gotta become a doctor, lawyer, somebody, higher education, right? That's exactly what I did. I bought into that, and we sacrificed everything. You know, after 8 years of college, 300K of student loans later, I become a pharmacist, the doctor with my white coat. I thought I made it, right? Within my first year, I won the Pharmacy of the Year award for a Fortune 1 company. And I really thought I made it. I'm like, Mom, Dad, don't worry about a thing. I'm going to retire you, right? There's some people in the waiting room, right? So as I know, that does not like that. They sat me down and they cut my staff, my tech hour by 30%, and they gave me a 2% raise. I was like, this is not going to keep up with inflation, guys. What's going on? You know? And I was looking at my mentor who's going to be there, been there for 20, 30 years, and they're not where they want to be. They're not where I want to be as well. So look at the mentor at your job and see where they are at. And if they're not where you want to be, hey, it's that's why you're here, right? I want to applaud you guys for being here, by the way. Guys on the back, for being here. It's the toughest part is the showing up. The difference between winners and losers is showing up, okay? On top of all, I was trapped. I thought I made it. My mom was actually diagnosed with cancer at the time, and I was like, I gotta make something happen. I want to, take care of them as well. Try all kind of businesses you can imagine. So I tried drop shipping, multi-level marketing. How many have tried drop shipping before? Multi-level marketing, day trading, franchise, opening up, other business, formal traditional businesses, invest in multifamily, look at storage units, realtor, traditional real estate. How many in traditional real estate? You guys know, okay? All of these businesses does work, but it takes a lot of work. None of them are really passive, and none of them are even comparable to this. Why? Because, check this out, drop shipping. I was like, yeah, you can sell like $20 item on Amazon and make like $20 an item. Well, how many of those do you need to make 20K a month? Thousands of customer. There's thousands of reply. There's thousands of customer service questions. That's just craziness. That's like more than a full-time job. You don't want that. And then with all the things with tariff going on right now, who knows what's going to happen, right? And then multi-level marketing, George Circle in the board, try to stalk people with the mall. I did all of that, guys. It's not worth it. It's definitely just an overtime job, okay? Day trading, same thing, That's a heart attack waiting to happen. I made hundreds of thousands of dollars in trading the market. I lost hundreds of thousands of dollars overnight several times, and I definitely vow never ever do that again. That was a dumb waste of my time, energy, headache, and also relationship with my loved ones, because it's like I glued to the market all the time. No thanks, right? No freedom. I even opened franchises, restaurant. You guys ever opened one? $400,000 into it, 2 years to build, to find out I have a job that paid me $50K a year. That was the dumbest thing I ever done. If you took that money and you do this business, you're gonna make like 400 or 500K a year, your first year, you see? And then multifamily. How many in here have been told, syndicate, big deal, I own 500 units, I own 1,000 units, but it's turned out you got negative cash flow, or you got no cash flow, and you own like a 0.1% of 1,000 units. Well, congratulations, but you're not the decision maker. I regret putting my investment into my multifamily because, one, I put in money into somebody else's deal I have no control over, right? And they can do whatever they want to do with my money, right? And I only getting like 5% return, 5% a year in cash flow. That's nothing. I'm gonna show you how to make 100% return your first year. Y'all interested in that? Okay, I'll show you that today. Okay, and of course, disclaimer: it's not financial legal advice. This is based on my experience, also the experience of coaching hundreds of clients. Okay, all right. Being a realtor, traditional real estate. I was a realtor before. Showing houses, jump whenever my clients call work nights and weekend. That's not a way to go. But if you're a realtor, that's a great way that I'm going to show you how to manage the property on the back end and get more investor clients to pay, buy more investment property, so that way you don't have to show a lot of property. So if you're a realtor, traditional real estate mortgage broker, that's still amazing way you can do this to get passive income and also 10x. How many want to 10x your traditional real estate brokerage, right? I'm going to show you that today as well. So I'm so excited. Okay, but anyway, before I was frustrated, I was burnt out and I was trapped. Who in here ever feel frustrated, burnt out, and trapped, right? No matter what you do, it doesn't seem like you're on the right place at the right time. And no matter how high you climb the corporate ladder, you just found out more and more that leaning against the wrong wall, right? So prior to becoming free, I was working 60 plus hours a week. I was lost, I was miserable, and I was rock bottom. Okay, how many have been rock bottom before? That's okay, because that's the only way to go when you're rock bottom is what? Up. Okay, rise like a phoenix, baby. But that is when I met somebody who gave me an epiphany that I am so grateful for today, for this day. And that's why I have shared this and have been very passionate on helping more and more people know about this, is you don't have to own the property to make money from it. Does Airbnb even own any properties, guys? No, and yet they become the biggest company, hospitality company in the world in the shortest amount of time. Why? Because they understand how to leverage OPP. Write that down. Other people properties. You need to know how to leverage other people properties. Okay. With that, the sky's the limit, right? Because what took me 5 years to save up the money to buy the property, to do the rehab traditionally, I can do that with the same amount of money. I can do 10 houses with arbitrage, 10 houses with subleasing. You guys get me? So you can make money 10 times very easily, quickly. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, because the old model is exchanging your time for money directly. 1 hour of your life equals X amount of dollars, and salary is even worse. Okay, and then they're told to put money into a safe place that you might see it 50 years from now when you are old, and hopefully you are still alive and healthy to enjoy it. Well, how's that working out for most Americans? Not good, right? How many here actually see people that this model actually work out for and retire young, rich, and travel around the world? No, okay? Even if they able to this work, you don't want to be doing this, able to travel when you're 70, who knows what life gonna bring, right? So this old model is broken. You guys get it? It's pretty much broken, outdated, okay? The new model is you want to create an equitable, scalable business model where you do not directly exchange your time for money, you guys. You want to earn money while you sleep. How many want to earn money while you sleep? Okay? The best way, the quickest way to do that literally is have a lot of real estate that give you passive income. And then you want to reinvest into your business for years to come and have multiple streams of income. Take a screenshot of this, guys. Share this. This is the idea that changes everything, okay? Because the holy grail to financial freedom, what's the holy grail to financial freedom? Put it down. Is it the stocks market? Is it your company? Is it the new administration? No, I don't think so, okay? Is it the whatever? Is it the, crypto? No, the holy grail to financial freedom, what I learned, is having multiple sources of income backed up by real estate. Listen very carefully. Because if you only have 1 or 2 sources of income right now, you are in a very dangerous place. Question, what happens if you're, knock on wood, but if something happened to you or to your income, what happens to your family? Are they really going to take care of your family? No, right? When I was a pharmacist even, I was making 6 figures, thought I was a big shot, But the question always kept me up at night is, what if I do one mistake and I lose my license tomorrow? And I got fired. I lose my job. The market changed. All my income was one income, 100%. Who's gonna take care of my family? Nobody. You get it? But fast forward, to when I was having like 20-something property and had 20-something sources of income. If something happened to one of them, that's only 5% of my income. You get me? Am I really gonna flip out with that? No. You see, I still have 95% of my income. Like this, just scale and expand from there because I know how to do this, right? I just scale and expand like this because I know the business. like this. That's what I want you to do. You guys get it? The challenge with traditional real estate is take forever to buy the property, save up the money. Well, there are much better ways you can get into properties, leveraging other people's property as fast as I can, right? So the hallway is definitely on your own. I was confused about picking the right location, the strategy, managing staff, hospitality. I lost thousands of hours, guys, probably hundreds of thousands of dollars, closed down more than 10 Airbnbs. I'm here. The good news is that I can save you from these nightmares. You understand? That is the smart man learn from their mistake, but the wise man learn from other people's mistakes. Okay? So you don't have to waste all that time and money. Okay? Because I had no mentor, I had no support group. I started this like 14 years ago when Airbnb just got started. So I didn't know where to go. I learned from the school of hard knocks, if you will. Okay, but even then, once I figured out, I scaled to 20-something Airbnb back then, which I changed to corporate housing later, and the rest is history. Okay, on 6 figures within months. Why is this different? Because the clients stay for months instead of days. That is the biggest thing I want you to get. Okay. With this one switch, it has give me 10 times more freedom because there's 10 times less management. Instead of every 3-4 nights stay, I have 3-4 months, sometimes 6 months, sometimes 12 months. It's amazing. And then you can charge 2 times the market rent while minimize management. That is huge. You can charge 2 times the market rent. Remember that. That's crazy. And then 10 times less management equals 10 times more freedom. Okay? 10 times less risk and headache. Business to business versus business to consumer. Why? Because it's a B2B right here, business to business. We rent out to company, not individual, right? When you rent out to individual, you're gonna invite yourself to a bunch of drama, right? Oh my God, my dog died, or I'm just knock on wood, I love dogs, sorry. My dog threw up, I can't pay rent, or something like that, No, you know what I'm saying? It's not like that when you deal with corporate. Corporate gonna pay. I mean, guess how many evictions we got for the past 10 years doing corporate housing? Zero. Okay, zero. That's just crazy, right? You never heard that for somebody doing real estate for over 10 years. That not just me, but hundreds of my clients with hundreds of properties. Zero. You see, with traditional real estate, you're gonna get a ton of eviction, get a ton of craziness, ton of squatters, right? And it's no fun doing that. Okay. With this, you don't have to deal with any of that, okay? And then you can escape a lot of regulations and have a lot of tax exempt as well. That's huge, right? Escape regulation and tax exempt because 30 days stay or longer. It makes sense? With the traditional hotel, like 3 or 5 nights, you get charged hotel tax, you get charged all kind of tax. You get charged a tax to be successful in America all the time, okay? Just kidding. But like regulation, as well, because it's less than 30 days, but you can escape a lot of that because we don't do a few days. We do a minimum 30 nights or longer, okay? So what's the difference? Short term, anything less than 30 days, usually a few days, vacation, weekends. Mid-term, corporate housing is for months, usually 3 to 5 months, 6 months. And with 90% extension rate, that is the biggest key. Nobody extend vacation housing. They go on vacation, they don't usually extend. Even if they do, they extend 1 or 2 nights. It's not going to change your life, okay? This, they extend for months at a time. And they pay you double the market rent. Sometimes they book for 3 months, but they stay for a year. It's ridiculous. Isn't that amazing, right? And then tenants are commonly vacationer with short terms. What do? They party, they use drugs, they use alcohol, they have a good time. Versus us, these are professionals. These are corporate companies. These are employees of big companies. These are medical professionals. These are families that has insurance. They are responsible citizens. They are good, responsible owners already. So they understand the value of what they have. So they're gonna behave. They're gonna take care of their family, They'll be very grateful to have a home while their home going through renovation or while they go through a disaster. So it's actually a really good thing. Okay. Now management, short-term rental. How many in here have been driving crazy with the management of short-term rental? You have more than 3 properties. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. Maybe you can do it with a couple property. If you scale more than 5 or 10 properties, it's gonna drive you crazy. Trust me, I scaled to 20-something vacation rental. It was nuts. Okay. Every day was nuts. But now when I switch over to corporate clients, everything changes because the length of stay is 30 times longer, so therefore the workload is 30 times less. You guys get me? If the workload is 30 times less, what's that you gotta do? And we clean the property instead of every few days, we clean it every few months. And boom, you save a ton of money on the saving of just the cleaning fee. For each property, you save at least $500 in supplies and cleaning every single month. Or you multiply that by 10 property, that's 10,000 a month right there. That's ridiculous. You know, that's a lot of money that could be in your pocket. And more importantly, it's your freedom. You don't have to spend time managing every check-in, every check-out, every few days. No, you know what's going on these days? If they have an issue, they call my manager. My manager has been with me for a long time now. They can solve almost every single thing without me, you know, unless there is an emergency. And then she would talk to me for like a couple of minutes and done. Literally, it take me like for the whole every week I work maybe like an hour or two on this business. It's ridiculous, right? So that's why I got bored, and I was like, what is my purpose in life? My purpose is not just sit on the beach and drink another margarita. My purpose right now is to help 1 million families get financial freedom. Are you going to be one of them, right? To break the generational curse and build generational wealth. You hear me? That is my purpose in life, right? God really showed me that on the beach. I'm right here on the beach overlooking the most beautiful beach, bougie beach in the world right now, you know? So this reminds me of his calling for me, okay? So what is the difference between owning versus renting? Why do we do arbitrage? Because for one house that you buy, guys, you need to save up so much money. Like I remember it took me 3 to 5 years to save up the money to put down a down payment, and then I got jumped through hoops to buy the property, and then I got jumped through hoops to, you know, trying to make it work and everything, and rehab and all of that, you know, I mean, yeah, rehab the property. But with renting it, I can let somebody else do all that hard work, you know, and I can make money for month one. And for one house that you buy, you can do the same amount of money, guys. You can do 10, we call arbitrage, which is a rent to rent model, okay? How many in here, for the same amount of investment, you want to able to control 10 houses make you money, or do you want just one house that make you money? It's not a trick question, guys, okay? It's just 10 houses, right? Because your money go a lot further. The thing is, you don't have to own anything. You want to control everything. Write that down. Controlling something that can make you money is the magical leverage, okay? The other thing is, for the same amount of money, do you want to have C property in C neighborhood when you buy, or you want to have 10 A property in A neighborhood? Of course, A property in A neighborhood. Why? Because when you rent, the difference between renting an A plus property in A plus neighborhood versus a C property in C neighborhood is only a few $100 a month. Anybody can afford that and pass that cost on to the corporate clients anyway. But the difference between an A plus property in A and B or C neighborhood, or C property when you buy, could be anywhere from tens of thousands of dollars when you're in like Texas or South Carolina, or it could be hundreds of thousands of dollars when you're in California or New York. You see? So let somebody else do all the hard work. Let somebody else do all the Burr method. Invest their life saving into a property, rehabbing it. Took a whole year. Took out more loans under their name. Put their life on the risk. When you just go in and you rent it, and then you make money from it right away. Sounds good? Boom. It's flexible. And here's the deal. Which one is safer? For the same amount of money, do you want to have all your money into one deal? What if that deal don't work out? Or you want to spread it out in 10 different deals, 10 different markets, 10 different neighborhoods? Exactly. It's much more safer when you do the arbitrage model, because you can test the market, right? If it doesn't work out, maybe one doesn't work out, that's only 1 out of 10. You know, that's only 10% of your income. It's okay. Is it okay if you make, instead of 20K a month, you're making 17K a month? Of course. That's how much you're gonna make it with 10 properties about. You see? Instead of just put all that money and buy one property, and the maximum you can make is 2 or 3K a month anyway. Is that gonna change your life? No. Does that make sense? So that's why we do the arbitrage. I'm super passionate about this, because this is a financial freedom formula that I use to get my financial freedom. okay? And exactly what I use to help other people as well. So compare this to the traditional formula. So back up a little bit. Traditional real estate, when I first started out, as you know, traditional real estate take forever to save up 10, 20% to buy the investment property, and then you cash flowing like a few $100 a month. So I was doing the math, I was making like $300-400 a month for my first rental that I bought. I needed 10K a month back then, which is about 20K a month now. That would take me 30 more houses. Question, if it took me 3 to 5 years to save up to buy one house, how long would it take for me to get 30 houses? 100 years, okay? Who would want to wait 100 years? Nobody has time for that, you see? Well, you can leverage, what if you can leverage other people's property and you can do 2 a month. Like for example, do 2 a month. By month 6, you should have like 11, 12 properties, make you 20 something K a month. And then most 99% of people with 20 something K a month can travel around the world and have absolute financial freedom, right? If not, and do another few more months, get to 40, 50K a month, and there you go. That's legacy right there. Make sense? Boom. You'll get it? I just share with you the biggest blueprint game plan for you to get financial freedom formula. Don't take it lightly, guys. Give it a hand, everybody. All right? That's what I'm talking about. Building passive income. The most important thing out of all this is not, you don't have just one source of income. After you're done with this game plan, you have at least 10, 12 sources of income, 10, 12 properties. You want to get to 10 houses as fast as you can. That's your freedom goal game plan right there. Make sense? Boom. That's crazy. You know, comparing this to any traditional game plan that take you 50 years to get there. No, this take you literally 6 months. 6 months to 6 figures right there. We have so many people who have done it, and you can do it too. As a matter of fact, let's go and watch some testimonial, okay? So drop a link in the chat for testimonial, and here, I want to share with you. And before I do that though, I want to make a special. You guys have been great, right? I want to give you guys the best of what I have, which is my time. So my offer to you is this. How many here want a one-on-one strategy session with me, almost like an hour long? Every week, every month of this event, we're doing these just like once a month, if that. I put out 5 spots, 1 hour each for my followers, my students. Okay, you gotta apply though. Okay, it's not, we don't just accept everybody. The link is in the chat right now. You want to apply, click on that link, fill it out, and if you're serious and if you are the lucky one, you can land one of those one-on-one call with me. Okay, now don't take it lightly, because this call can change your life. Okay, so now if you don't, the spots are filling up fast, right? I can only offer that because I have my freedom, my family too. So do it now. Okay, first come, first serve. If it's gone, it's gone. Okay, but the good news is I do have a team of advisors that even if you are not the lucky winner of me, you can still get a one-on-one with my advisor, 20-30 minutes. Amazing testimonial right now, and you can see I have hundreds and hundreds of testimonial, you know, all over the nation, every major state. Doesn't matter what your background, who you are, you know, female, males, what color, it doesn't matter. Okay, so check this out.
I'm officially leaving my pharmacist career, the job, next month. I'm gonna be drafting my resignation letter. Well, I have other business endeavor as well. So in addition to that, I'm gonna focus on that and then the corporate housing.
That is awesome. How much are you making now?
About on average $20,000.
Oh,
Last
what happened to the
pharmacist
picture?
career, the job, next month.
My
I'm gonna be drafting my resignation letter. Well, I have other business endeavor as well. So in addition to that, I'm gonna focus on that and then the corporate housing.
That is awesome. How much are you making now?
About on average $20,000. Last month was my biggest month. Of course, I grossed $50,000.
Wow.
First time.
How long did it take you to get there?
9 months now?
How long did it take you to become a pharmacist?
Forever.
I actually got 2 appointments on Tuesday for 2 houses.
Nice.
And I made a personal goal to at least get 8 houses before the end of the year. And I'm going to do everything I can to beat that number.
That's $20K a month, baby. Let's go.
Started 5 months ago, and since then, an average of 1 every month. I'm at 6 right now. Just talked to another landlord last night. Looks like we'll probably sign number 7 here next week. It's exciting.
All right. How much you be making with this?
About 12,000 a month.
2,000 a month. Yeah.
It's so peaceful, man. Look at this guy. He's he's glowing. He got money all over his face, man.
I've been doing about 1 a month, but I think in the next 12 months, I want to do 20 in the next 12 months.
I'm a realtor in San Antonio. Life before was good, but life now is great. I started in mid-May or something like that. Got my property in June. Took about 2 weeks, furnished it, launched it. Less than 24 hours after that, I got a booking, and I've been 100% booked ever since.
Let's go. And how much profit are you making on that property per month?
I net about $3K a month from that property.
Yeah, you're not really doing much of anything, right?
Yeah, I'm not doing nothing. The network you provide, man. The tools you provide, people we're around. You teach us so much knowledge, man.
I met Dr. Chau at one of the Tony Robbins events, and he told me about this business, so I decided to take action right away. My wife really loved this idea. It took me about a couple weeks. I got the place fixed up. It looked good. The first house, I averaged about $7,000 profit.
A month, by the way.
A month. I really like the program. Everything is good. I'm working on my second property. It's just that because I've been doing it for 3 months. So if I would have had 3 houses, I probably would have had another 50K or something in my pocket. This is it's good money, easy money. You'll be in some beach somewhere and just getting paid. So that's cool.
I am a student with Dr. Chau's mentorship. We finally got our rentals, our arbitrage, so everything's going good. We got our bookings. And yesterday we joined the elite. Honestly, with this, we get to know everything Dr. Chau knows. We get to be personal friends with him. It's so much like education because the value, it's way more than what he says. And in my opinion, it's the greatest thing that he's gonna do for everyone in this room. Thank you, Dr. Chau.
And how old are you?
I'm 15.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. How many love that, huh? That is awesome, man. 15 years old, a single mom and a truck driver can do this. How about you? Okay, why not you? Why not now? Come on, guys. Single mom and truck driver in there, the one who will help to get 20 properties, retired in his studies. If they can do this, why not you? Why not now, right? Let's do this. Let's make it happen, okay? Okay. So now is a good time for questions, okay? So I see a couple of people. Few people already took on that one-on-one session. So definitely when all the deal is gone, guys. I can't create more time. So okay. So click on the link and register right now. All right. Okay. Are there any questions right now? Did I miss anything? I will go into more detail real quick right after this, but I want to make sure everybody's good. Yes, that's the market. How do I find out what county seat is regulation for corporate housing? Great question. You can just Google that county, but with corporate housing, there's like 10 times less regulations than vacation rental, right? So it's actually really, really good. You'll be all right. Okay. Vacation rental is where all the regulations are. All right. All right. Let's see. What else going on? The Book of Calling didn't work. Guys, what's going on? Make sure it work, my team. Okay? Make sure it work. How much is course that payment available? Okay, so that is why we have the one-on-one strategy call. Okay, during this one-on-one call, I will do my best to give you the best advice for your current situation. Those are free advice. And based on that, also, I want to interview you as well. We don't just accept everybody as well. I want to make sure it's a good fit for us. We turn the people away all the time because we want to build a community that lasts, community of amazing people, right? And based on that, it will determine where you are at and what you want to do. We can figure out a game plan, a customized game plan mentorship for you. And that's why we have these calls. So that's the next step, to book that call and go from there. Okay. All right. Looks like I answered all the questions. I'm going to go back to what we do here, is giving you more value, as much value as possible. So get ready to be blown away. Okay. So I'm going to share with you here what is the schedule for today and tomorrow. So remember, it's a 2-day live challenge. Okay. So if you're not here, trying to be all to today and tomorrow, big time. Okay. But definitely come back for tomorrow as well. You guys get me? Why we're different? What other Airbnb gurus don't tell you? Other Airbnb gurus focus on vacation rental, which is like building castle on sand. Remember 9/11? Remember COVID? What's the first thing people cut when tough time hit? Vacation. You guys get me? So when your business is based on that, it could be one thing changes and you wipe away. You got it? That's what happened with COVID. Even billion-dollar company shut down. But this is corporate housing. They lock in for 3 months, 6 months at a time, right? And then there's medical professional that will excel during this time. It's a job. It's a necessity. It's not a want like a vacation. People will cut their wants like that, but they won't cut their job. The job is a need. You guys make sense? And also insurance housing is a need as well, okay? So it's very low investment, high cash flow. These are the 4 steps that in this business that we'll be going over today and then tomorrow as well. Is FAST method. F is finding the right location. A is to ask to sublease. S is set up to stand out. And then T to tap into the corporate clients. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the finding the right location today and ask to sublease. Tomorrow we're going to talk about setup and stand out, and then finalize, tie it on together, how to scale and tap into more corporate clients. Okay, so I'm going to dispel a lot of myth. Is I don't know where to find a deal. Well, I'm going to show you a proprietary system that allows you to find the deals within minutes. Okay, how do you ask the sublease? Why would landlord want to give you their property? There are many, many ways that you can do this, and with the right mindset, the right mentorship, it's easy. Okay, these are our partners, our students that have made it, hundreds students nationwide, and that's why we're able to leverage. And then set up the myth, set up the property is too much work. Well, I can show you how to set it up very easily, get it going, and then make money right away. And what is the difference between this versus traditional rental versus vacation rental? Because the setup is going to be different. Okay. And then how do you find the corporate clients? How do you tap into the corporate client? What is the formula for corporate housing arbitrage? We go over that, all of that. The easy way to mimic model success. Again, my mission is 1 million families get financial freedom. I want to stress family because that's the strongest unit. Break generational curses, build generational wealth. Okay, how many one here want to be one of those families? Okay, that is what I'm talking about. That is much more fulfilling than just creating another deal. So that's why I do what I do. Okay, 3 phases of this business. First phase, the market analysis of your golden pie location, which I will be analyzing the market for you. So those of you are online right now, stay to the end. I will have a segment where I analyze your market. You want to be the first one to drop your market in there, because first come, first serve. You know, it take me some time. I don't have a lot of time here, so I want to cater to everybody. So whoever is on it first, I will analyze the market for you. Who do you want me to analyze the market for you? Who do you want me to analyze a deal for you? I will do that for you today, okay? Second phase is how you close the landlord to sublet. How many want the 7-figure script? The exact script that I use to close the landlord. I will go over some secrets today for you to do that, so you can have unlimited properties you can leverage if you know how to communicate, okay? If you know how to leverage. And then the third phase is how you get the corporate clients. So if all this did is to give you the freedom lifestyle, would it be worth it to learn the skill set? Of course, right? Guys, put in perspective. We went to school, college, over 4 to 8 years of college, paying $100K to, in my case, $300K to get what? A job. That is great and all good, but it doesn't give us financial freedom, right? But what if you can invest just a few hours a week and get your financial freedom within months instead of taking you decades? Would it be worth it? Of course, right? And that's why we do what we do. If all this did is to give you the skill set to earn 6 figures within the next 6 months, would be worth it. For me, absolutely. It took me 8 years to become a doctor to earn 6-figure income. 8 years, and it was the hardest thing I have ever done. It's harder than making millions of dollars, which I did, okay? Definitely harder. Of course, it's worth it, right? If all this did to give you the time to spend with your loved one and live life on passion and purpose, it would be worth it, right? Retire my mom, my dad, retire my wife, travel around the world. The hard way is definitely on your own. You can forget everything I said. Try to invest in stock market and all of that. Did you know for 401k in stock, for you to make 10k a month, you need $2.5 million at 4% dividends? How many in here at your current saving rates can save $2.5 million? How long will it take for you? You don't have to answer me this, but just see how long. For me, it was like forever, even at doctor level. You get it? So that's not the way, right? That's this way outdated way. The easy way is to follow a proven system that we have, build multiple sources of income backed up by real estate, and travel the world and have time freedom, travel around the world. We're able to go anywhere, me and my wife. We went to Paris for the Olympics last year. It's happened only once every 100 years. We had overlooking the Eiffel Tower. I saw the most magical, grand opening of the Olympics. Those are the moments that can never get back, can never be replicated, the most beautiful fireworks. And then we decided to go to Santorini, Greece, and we stay in one of these amazing 5-star resort overlooking the whole ocean, right? Like a white cave, natural wonders. It was incredible. Anyway, those are the type of moments, right? Or Costa Rica, trekking to the rainforest, the jungle, jumping into waterfalls, or go to amazing resort that are like hot spring and volcanoes. Those are the moments that you can never get back, right? The best investment you can make is in yourself. The more you learn, the more you earn. That's what Warren Buffett, the greatest investor of all time, has taught. Mistake you will make when you leave here if you don't pay attention, not knowing your market, not knowing which is a good deal or a bad deal, lack motivation, lack of accountability, or think you know it all. I did all of this mistake, guys. I want to revenge you from that. Okay. So now let's get to the good stuff. Okay. Let's go into the market. The first phase of any market is location, location, location. What is a good deal? What is a bad deal? Why does it work? Why doesn't it work? That is the biggest question, right? Because with the wrong location, it doesn't matter what you do, it's not gonna win. You see? So let's jump right into it, guys. Winning with location in real estate. Okay. All right. Okay, we'll talk about that. Owning versus renting, short-term versus mid-term. Book of free. What states are best for mid-term rental? There are no best states. It's just things to look for. It's the bigger cities, the bigger cost of living, the bigger the populations, the better. Okay, it's actually better for you because you have more flow of business. You have more flow of insurance clients, all of that, and you can charge higher rent as well. So inflation is killing everybody, right? Except who? The landlord. The landlord, you, me, is benefiting from inflation. So welcome it. It's awesome, right? We make more today than before in rent, big time. Okay, so populated large city, up and coming cities, and cities in transition. Ask yourself, in your city, okay, first of all, you want to start within a 3-hour driving radius first for your first couple of deals. After you know that, you can scale and expand to other cities. But if your cities are expanding and scaling, growing, do it. In every city, there's always deals to be made, okay? What make a location ideal for midterm rental? Here's the 3 secrets. Write it down. Highways, hospitals, and hotels. The 3 H's. Secret. Okay, it took me years to figure it out. There you go. You're welcome. Why? Because when 2 highways intersect, you got 4 pieces of pie. Well, one of these 4 pieces of pie congregated with hotels or hospital. Somebody A big company dropped 100 million to $1 billion to build a hotel, to build a hospital, to build the highways. Don't you think they have done their research? Of course, right? Of course they done their research. Why do you need to do more research when they already spent millions of dollars and many years to figure it out? You don't. You see, follow the whales, you're gonna succeed. Write it down. Follow the whales, you're gonna succeed. We simply follow the whales. The biggest resort hotel, the biggest hospital, and then the highway system. You got it? Boom. You want to avoid downtown and HOA restricted area. Why? Because downtown and HOA restricted area always have a lot of regulations, always have a lot of things that you guys jump through hoops to do business with. You don't want that. Plus, the like parking is crazy, right? And then you want to be in a nice suburban neighborhood with good schools. Okay, those are really good. The good thing about this arbitrage business is you don't need hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy a property. You only need to rent it. So it's not that much to rent a property and control it. You get it? What are the risks associated with poor location choices? Okay, risks with poor location choices: low demand and seasonality, higher vacancy rate, difficulty to attract quality tenant, decrease in property value. All of these are in factor. Book a free consultation. One of our success advisors, you know more. Okay, we're gonna analyze detail for you. Question 4: how does location affect midterm rental? Seasonality, not much. Okay, versus vacation rental, yeah, seasonality is huge. All these Airbnb guru, they say, oh, I make amazing money on the vacation rental here, showing you making 10,000 profit a month or whatever, but then they don't show you the 9 months that they are dead. Because usually vacation rental, you only make money 3 or 4 months, right? The rest of the month, you pretty much break even or lost money. Well, this is different. This, you make money consistently, predictably, as well, consistent, predictable income, okay? Okay, apartment, townhouses, HOA condos, those are not very, single family home is better. Now, in big cities, these still can work, okay? These still work anywhere, really. But it's better for you to have single family homes, okay? Now, if you already have a apartment or condo, why not use it? Why not go for it? Go for it. It's all right, okay? Oversaturated areas as well. What are the strategies in competing saturated markets? Do midterm, not short term. Why? Because with midterm, they stay for months instead of days, so therefore, there's not a lot of work, right? And plus, you don't have to see a lot of people throwing parties and stuff like that, right? And then, secondly, you have to set up to stand out, okay? Set up to stand out. And then midterm is nobody know about this. Like we have people who've been in real estate for over 40 years, a broker, agency, all of that, and they never heard about it, okay? That's how long, like, this is unheard of. So this is called for like a blue ocean, what we have, versus red ocean, which is everybody know about it and everybody already, all the sharks are there and there's nothing left for us, you see? And then the other strategy that make a big difference is doing arbitrage instead of buying the property, okay? When you do arbitrage, it's a lot less risk. If you rent, you can test out the market, You lose when you buy the property and you're trying to get out of it. How many are in here ever trying to get out of a property you bought, right? You gotta put on the market, you gotta resell it, take a lot of time and money, okay? Take forever. Don't buy, guys, unless you have already millions of dollars, which most people don't. Even if you do, you can do both, but I'm saying for one property you buy, you can do 10 arbitrage. With a 10 arbitrage, you can make 20K a month, get freedom right away. Why not do that? You see? So there you go. So the formula here is get better and better, right? I'm telling you. The formula for corporate housing arbitrage, right here. Take some notes, okay? All you need, first month rent, first month deposit is the initial expense. About 5 to 7K, depending on where you're at in the country. Your furniture, if you know what we know, instead of spending 15, 20K, I can show you how to do only 7 to 9K to get the best, decent furniture and rent it out. You can even rent the furniture. How much do you charge the corporate housing company? 2 times the rent, plus or minus utility. So you charge them 2 times the rent. Let's say you rent it for $2,500. Well, you can usually charge $5,000 for corporate clients, and you make about $2,000 to $3,000 a month. That's where it comes from. Does that make sense? If you're in LA, New York, you would rent a place for like $4,000 and then rent it out for $8,000, and that's where you can make $4,000 or $5,000 a month. So depending on where you're at, make sense? But let's say on average you make 2 to 3K a month. Well, if you want 10 to 15K a month, all you need is 5 properties, and if you do 2 properties a month, you can get there in 3 months. You get it? If you want 20 to 30K a month, you only need 10 properties. Okay, with a 10 property, you can get there. If you do 2 properties a month, which is very doable. I have students who do 5 properties in the first month with us, right? 2 properties a month, 2 deals a month is very doable, right? You do that 5 months from now, you can be making 20, 30K a month passive, and then travel around the world. Make sense? Isn't that amazing? Okay. What's the formula for co-hosting? Okay, I haven't touched about this yet, but how many here want zero money down strategy? Zero money down with infinite return. Sound too good to be true? Well, disclaimer, it's not financial legal advice, okay? But this is the numbers here. With the co-hosting model or management consulting model, you don't have to be on the lease. You don't have to pay rent. Your initial expenses are zero because all you do is connecting to corporate clients or manage the property, so you don't have any initial expenses. Make sense? You don't have to buy the furniture either. The landlord can buy the furniture, okay? Or even rent the furniture, right? And then you want to charge 2 times the rent plus or minus utilities, right? That's how much you're going to charge. You're going to get infinite return as well. Get it? Because you got no money down. If you got no money down and you making money from it, what kind of return is that? Infinite return. Make sense? So on average with this co-hosting, you make about $1,000 per month per property, $700 to $1,600 a month. You know, boom. You want 5K for most people, 5 property. 3 months from now, you can get there. 10 property can make you 10K a month. That's how much like most, you know, non-practitioner, professional make these days anyway. Not that much, okay? But you can get there in 5 months. Get it? And with zero money down strategy. Is that amazing or what? Okay? Where can you get zero money down strategy that can give you passive income? Remember, for you to make 10K a month from your 401k stock market, you need $2.5 million, guys, at 4% dividends. So wake up if you still think that that is the game plan for you to make it work, okay? So check this out. The fast method: F is finding the right location. A, ask to sublease. S, set up to stand out. T, tap into corporate clients. Finding the right location. We have the proprietary system that we'll talk about: highways, hospitals, and hotels. You want to be about 10-15 minutes within these 3 H's and you're good to go, right? It's a proprietary system that allows you to find the right locations within minutes, guys, okay? So there you go. And now we're gonna go to the next topic, which is how to ask to sublease, how to leverage our corporate housing network of hundreds of members, hundreds of properties, combined 20 years experience. We do it as a team. You guys get it? Okay, so with that, any question about location right now? Any question about location right now? Okay, put down the chat, okay? And put down, hey, I'm gonna go over how to sublease next, okay? All right, Francisco, smart man, already beat me to it. All right, yeah, get your market analyzed. Okay, I'll do it right now for you, all right? Now I'm gonna go over how to get other people to sublease their property, okay? Got a lot to cover here. Okay, Rockford, Illinois. So you wanna go to Google Map, okay? And then you wanna put in that market, which is Rockford, Illinois. So let's check it out together, okay? Rockford, Illinois. Okay, so it's west of Chicago. Chicago is a good market, by the way. So you do this, here is all right too, and you want to expand to the closest big city where you're at as well. Okay, so let's check out the highway system and the hospitals. So check out this. See all these 4 hospitals, they are next to major highways. There's a reason for that, okay? They've done the research, and they want to check out hotels. Okay, there's a couple here, there's a couple here, there's a couple here, okay? There's also up here as well. So yeah, so you want to be, for example, you know, when there's a cluster of hotels here, you see, and there was a couple hospital, so that's where you want to be, in this area when I'm circling here, okay? And then up here as well, in this circle as well, could be good. And then, more importantly, you want to expand to other market. You can be king of the hill in this market, it's great, you know? But why not expand to close by market like Chicago, or just the outskirts of Chicago? It's not that far away to drive. Boom, you tap into another market up there, you see? So that's why I'm saying I love this business, because you can expand to other market very close by, and then let's make it happen there, okay? But yeah, this definitely will work in there. There's a few spots that I have circled for you. So, and if you book that one-on-one car, I will analyze that market closer to you, okay? So good job. All right, Francisco, let's go make it happen, man. Go make it happen, okay? Tucson, Arizona. Tucson. Okay, Tucson. It's a growing area. People want to be here. So that's a good thing. And then we want to see the highway intersection, right? And then you want to see hospitals. Okay, so there's a ton of hospital here and here and here, okay? So there's a cluster right here in the center here. You see the whole cluster here? Then you want to see hotels. Hotels, there's 2 clusters, one on the east side and one on the west side, it looks like. Okay, and the trick about hotel, you want to see what kind of hotel too. There's a big difference between like the Best Western and you know, JW Marriott, for example, right? Or the Ritz-Carlton and Motel 6, right? You know what I'm saying? So you want to be smart about it. So for example, this JW Marriott is a good brand. It's right here, so that is a good area. I can know right away. Okay, want to be on the right side of the track. Okay. So over here, like Red Roof and all of that, Days Inn, it's not that great. The DM Motel, I don't know about that. You see what I'm saying? So you want to be on this side of the track with the JW Marriott. You know, some golf course out here too, country club, all that part is awesome, right? So there you go. So you got major highways, you got hospital, hotels. So this side is great. You want to be on this side of the track, close to the highway as possible. You guys get it? Boom. And this is the beginning, guys. There's a lot more to it, but this will give you a quick assessment when you look at a deal to see if it's a good location or not. Because if it's in a bad location, you can't do anything about it, right? Location is the most important. It's the only thing about the house you cannot change. You can change everything else about the deal except the location. Get it? So make sure it's the right location. Okay, good. All right, let's, I think that's a question. What stopped Marilyn asked, what stopped a property owner from going around me questioning tenant, its price, corporation, etc.? Okay, from my experience, most landlords don't have the time to do that. They don't want to do that. And you can also put it in the lease, do not disturb my clients. Easy as that, right? And that's part of the process of interviewing the landlord. You guys are thinking, you know, you got to beg for the landlord to get there. You probably know it's the other way around for us. Once you know what we know, is we interviewing the landlord to see if they qualify for us, because they're gonna need us more than we need them. Okay, because we're gonna be the last and best tenant they ever have. Make sense? Okay. All right. So next, Cincinnati, Ohio. Okay. We will come back to that because we want to cover the next topic, which is how to communicate with landlords. Very important. We're gonna come back to analyzing the deal, and at the end here, and then also we're gonna tie it all up together of what property you want to look for on Zillow for rent right now. Okay, so we're gonna go over that with you as well. Yes. Okay, good. All right, let's go to the next topic. You're getting good value out of this? All right. Put some likes, some heart in the chat, okay? Book a call you haven't already. Okay, we're gonna talk about mastering the art of getting landlord approval. Mastering the art of getting landlord approval, okay? When you can communicate in a way where the landlord see it's a no-brainer for them, then it's a no-brainer for them. Okay, then it's like cha-ching. It's like heaven opened up. You can do whatever you want to do. Okay. Okay. Short term versus midterm. All right, the myth is no landlord will agree to sublease. Okay. That's the myth, because these are the 4 secrets right here, guys. What if we can go to a landlord and tell them, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Landlord, we will take care of your property like it's our own because it's our business. 1, we get professionally cleaned every few months and we pay for it. Any repairs under $200 a month, we get it fixed ourselves. We're not going to bother you in the middle of the night. We're going to call and get it all fixed ourselves. And then 4, our clients are professional, people with careers, people with ownership of their houses, right? So they're not going to do anything to jeopardize their families or their job. So there's no eviction. For the past 10 years, over hundreds of members in our community, hundreds of deals. Boom. You see the difference? Of course they're gonna go with us, right? Of course they're gonna give us their property. Make sense? So because if they don't, ask them, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Landlord, how many applicants actually offer you all these things? And my I bet that nobody offered them these things unless they're like my students, right? Because these are amazing things that we are adding value to their houses. Makes sense? So the 7-figure script, okay? We have the 7-figure script of how to do this as well, okay? That's reserved for our students. But in the script, I will lay out step by step all the objections, how to respond, what to say, what not to say, the mindset behind it all. That's the most important as well, okay? So this is something we offer to our students. So that's why we have access to. But to give you a taste is what I told you is some amazing thing, that some key pointers, right? Now, HOA won't agree to midterm rental. Well, you got 5 areas where HOA are more lenient or no HOA. Some of the older neighborhood with fully renovated property, they don't have HOA don't care. Boom, those could be gold mine, okay? And let somebody else put 100K to rehab the property. You don't have to. Make sense? And then some HOA allow for 30 days or more rental as well. So it's actually a win-win for everybody, okay? And abundance of property. Remember, you have an abundance of property out there. You don't have to depend on any company, anybody, right? There's this abundance of them. Just go on Zillow, put in your location, you have hundreds of properties nationwide, okay? Subleasing is illegal or against rental agreement. That is a myth, by the way. Put in writing, sublease clause, right? Legal in the US for decades now. Of course it's legal, okay? It's called a master lease in commercial. It's not common in residential, But that's why we're here to help you guide through that. We have sublease clause that have been tried and tested hundreds of times that we provide to our students. You just put that into the regular lease and voila, you get it all done for you. You see? It's been legal for a long time. Why? Because, I mean, this is always time. Companies require housing for their employees. Where are they gonna stay? Are they gonna rent 4 hotels or are they gonna rent 1 house? Of course, 1 house. We're saving company 50 to 80% of their housing needs. Make sense? And we're helping families going through a disaster like fire in LA recently, or flood in Florida, hurricane, whatever, right? Tornado in Texas, whatever. All these families, where are they going? Why are they going through displacing, evacuating? Of course, they're gonna go through a house. They want to stay at a house, right? They don't want to stay in no rickety hotel with their kids and dogs, no kitchen, no space, no backyard. So that's why this works. Make sense? So myth is subleasing leads to property damage or loss of control. Well, corporate clients are amazing clients. You have triple insurance, renters, company, and platform. And leases from corporate clients, so you do have control. So with us, we have actually more insurance than regular rental. Regular rental, they have the rental insurance and they have the landlord insurance. That's it. This, you have our own company insurance and you have our own platform insurance as well. You get it? So even more, right? And then our clients are corporate companies, so it's way better than mom and pop. Because regular mom and pop can happen, one lose their job and they're done. They can't pay rent, and we can't kick them out for 3 to 6 months sometimes, right? But with this company, will always pay because they have resources. Okay. So, and then we have the lease out to the company, so we do have control. Make sense? All right, book a free call if you haven't already. It's impossible to find suitable property for midterm rental. That's a myth. Look, just go on Zillow, put in there 3-bedroom, 2-bath for rent. How many pop up? Hundreds. Okay. Every day it's gonna be new properties. Okay. We actually give landlord security and peace of mind because we're gonna take over the lease and we're gonna take over the management. We basically manage the property for them for free, which is incredible. You guys gotta understand that. That's incredible. And then midterm rental arbitrage is too complex and risky. That's a myth. It's actually less risk than buying a property. When you buy a property, how many bought property before? How many survived the 2008 market or crash? That's very risky, right? With this, if it doesn't work out, get out of there quickly. Use 1 month rent, 1 month deposit, and that's it. The hit is only a few $1,000. You can move your furniture to another house like that and make money from somewhere else. Get it? But if you buy a property, in order for you to get out of it, you got to sell it. You got to take months to sell it. And then, after paying all the costs and everything, you got to go and buy another property. Take another months, and then you got to rehab and take another few months. No, this, you can move to another property next week and make money. Make sense? So it's all about speed. Success, love, speed. Write that down, guys. Okay? Your comparative advantage in this world right now is not how big you are, it's how fast you are. Okay? All right. So, number 2 is less cost to get started, less loss if it doesn't work out. Complexity, of course, if you don't have the proper mentorship, and I really proud myself for dumbing it down to step-by-step process for my students. So that way, a 15 years old can do this. Imagine that, a 15 years old that you saw in my testimonial can do this. A truck driver can do this, so anybody can do this. Make sense? When you have a good mentor, that's what they're gonna do. The job of the mentor is not to complex everything, it's to simplify every single thing to boil down to the essential. And from there, you learn the fundamentals, practice, boom, you're done, you're good. Right? And then I guide you every step of the way as well. Make sense? Okay, corporate clients are difficult to attract and retain. True, if you do not have the resources of clients or know what they need. And 2, you have dozens of proven sources We have dozens of proven sources blueprints outside of Airbnb that nobody know about. Okay, we tested thousands by now with our community of hundreds of members, so we know exactly what to do, what not to do. We know how many will want that list, my trade secret list, right? So that is top secret, okay? But in order for you to see if you qualify for our mentorship, click on the link in the chat. I give you some free consultation on that. That whole hour is for you, okay? And then if I like you and we see we have a good fit, maybe I invite you to be a part of our community, okay? It's an invite only. We don't just accept everybody because we want to protect and grow the community, okay? All right, 3, corporate clients are actually easier to satisfy than vacationer. Because have you ever gone on vacation and like everything is an emergency because you have like 3 days and you have a bunch of family dramas going on, you know, talking about the in-laws. I'm just kidding. Say about it. I better say that quietly here as my wife is in the next room. I'm just, right? But anyway, vacation is a lot of mess, right? Oh my God, run out of toilet paper, run out of paper towels, whatever, you know, towels. Corporate is different. They're there for work. They stay there for months. They're not going to ruffle the feather because their company is paying the money. You get it? They're going to be nice to you. Okay? They're going to give you time to take care of it because they're not dealing with a 3 days thing. They're dealing with a 3-month thing. So that's why it's even way better. Okay? Way better. And then you're not dealing with like 20 people. You're dealing with like 4 people. You know, vacation rentals, sometimes they say 5 people, but like 12 people show up. Anyway, scaling a rental business without property ownership is impractical. That's a myth. Okay, 1, it is practical because you can scale 5 to 10 times faster. You can test the market with little risk. Scaling with ownership is impractical because it takes you a decade for you to save up the money to buy the property forever, right? Okay. With the fast method, you can start and scale very quickly, like we talked about. So I'm going to skip through this. Oh, why are we different? Because of our corporate housing leverage, okay? So let's see how to do co-hosting. We'll go about that. Okay, so I'm going to touch on how to do co-hosting too, so you understand what is co-hosting or management. Okay, so for those of you who don't have the money to do like rent out another property and pay for furniture and all of that, pay attention. This is how you get into the game without any money down. You can become a co-hoster or consultant property manager for somebody else already have the property that don't have the time or the know-how. You simply learn the know-how from us and get 20% of the revenue. So let's say you rent the property for $3,000. The normal rent, vacant rent is $3,000. Well, you know you can sublease it for $6,000. You're making 20% of that. That is 20%. So that's $1,200 a month. You pay utility minus vacancy, net rent to the owner $3,700. So you are providing extra cash flow to the owner by $700. Remember, most long-term landlords only make about 10% of traditional rent. So most landlords in this example only make about $300 a month. Now you are making an additional $700, which is $1,000 in cash flow. That's 3 times the cash flow. How many here want to earn 3 times more in the property that you own? If somebody come up in for you and say, hey, here's the pitch. You guys ready for the pitch? How would you like to double or triple your cash flow while I do all the work? Voila. That's the beautiful pitch. Love it. Who doesn't want that? Are you open to a conversation? Boom, you got it, right? Who doesn't want to get double or triple the cash flow while somebody else do all the work? There you go. Remember, you only need a couple of landlords to get financial freedom. There are landlords that gave me properties every single few months and over 10 years now, you know? So you only need a few landlords to believe in you and show them what you can do, and boom, you get freedom. Rest of your life, you don't give up, okay? Why did this work? Because the owner, we are solving landlord problems. Remember, we're adding value everywhere we go. And for the landlord who are frustrated, the owner who are frustrated and burned out by 3 things, what are they? Usually in real estate. Number 1, squatters. Eviction take time and money, energy. When we manage, guess our track record. We have hundreds of members nationwide. Our track record is, guess how many eviction? Zero. That's crazy, right? Zero eviction for the last 19 years, over 100 plus properties. Boom, you see? And then a community of hundreds plus members, right? So we have leverage. And most landlords still have to fix some maintenance, like fixing the toilet themselves. You know, knock on wood, never we want you guys, any of you guys to do that. There are some properties I have not stepped inside in for years now because I have a great, amazing team, take care of everything, run like a smooth oil machine. I can share you with that. And manage it from out of state or anywhere around the world, right? So those are the secrets we can offer, okay? And then with the traditional property landlord, with traditional long-term rental, there are no profit, remember? You only make a few $100 a month. And when the tenant move out, you have to clean everything, fix everything, so there's no profit. But when we manage, because our clientele are corporate, our clientele are insurance, we're able to charge double the market rent, sometimes triple. So therefore, we have the margin, we have the profit to take care of the maintenance, pay professional. I'd rather pay a professional hundreds of dollars to fix a plumbing job than, you know, going there anytime, okay? Why not, right? Why would you want to do that when you can just leverage other professional and give them job as well, you see? So it is a win-win-win for everybody involved, okay? So then you scale from there. So the arbitrage financial freedom formula, again, month one, do one property, make 2K a month. If you are in, you know, most places make about 2K a month to 3K a month. If you're in California, New York, some higher rent state, you can make 4 or 5K a month per property, okay? But this is just standard, consistent, predictable, under promise, over deliver. Month 2, you do 2 more, now you're 6K a month. Month 3, you do 2 more, now you're 10K a month. In 3 months, you get 10K a month in passive income. How you feel now? 3 months. You know how long it took me to get 10K a month with my job? 8 years of college. 8 years of blood, sweat, and tears, 60 hours a week, living on basement, drink, you know, ramen noodle and dollar menu, okay? Painful, don't recommend that. This you can get there in 3 months, okay? And more importantly, how many hours do you actually work when you're making 10, 20K a month from this business? You're not working 40, 50 hours a week like I was a pharmacist. I was running around like a chicken with a head chop off, and I was stressed out of my mind every day, you know? No, this, you can literally work a few hours a week, travel around the world, because what you gotta do when the client check in, guys, listen, when the client check in, do you have to call them every day? Do you have to show up every day and say, hey, can I bring you coffee? Hey, you wanna sit down for a consult on how you can live here? How does this and that work? No, they don't wanna see you. What kind of business where the client don't want to see you, they don't need to talk to you unless it's something emergency, right? And they wire you money every month. Hello. Name me an industry, a business where the clients don't need to see you, they don't want to see you, they want you to honor their privacy, right? I mean, how many times you want to see the landlord? Never, right? And then they wire you monthly income. Amazing. This is the best business in the world, guys. You guys get it? The best business in the world. Any other business, drop shipping, MLM, if you cut hair, if you are even a doctor, dentist, all my dentist friends are burnt out like crazy because they make a lot of good money, but they gotta go there, drill every single day, every hour to make that money. It's hard-earned money. This, I just sleep on the beach, man. I'm good, you know, I make money in my sleep, okay? So, anyway, there you go. And then if you do this 2 a month, by month 6, you should have 11 property, make you 20-something K a month. Imagine that, 6 months from now, making 20K a month. What will you do? Not just for you, but for your family. Who will you fight for in your family? Write that down, okay? Because you're gonna do more for other people than you do for yourself. Is it your mom? Is it your dad? Is it your wife? Is it your kids? Is it your daughter? Is it your son? What is it? Because think more about other people surrounding you than yourself, and everything will work out for you, okay? Okay, so if that's not enough, do another 6 months and you have over 40, 50K a month. In 12 months, you have 20 something properties, making you about 500, 600K a year in almost passive income. Is that incredible? Okay, incredible, okay? Co-hosting, you make half of the profit, but there's no risk, remember. Co-hosting and management, you're not putting any money down, okay? You're literally not putting any money down. You are leveraging everybody else's money, everybody else's property, everybody else's furniture. So for each property, you make about $1,000 a month. Hey, that's pretty good. You can do 2 a month. By month 12, you can hit 20 something K a month. Right there, boom, okay? Now you can do 3 a month, because with the management model, you can do more, right? Because you're not paying for the rent, you're not paying for the rent, furniture and all of that, so you can do a lot more, faster. So if you do 3 a month, by month 12, you have 30 something property, making you 30 something K a month right there, boom, right? So book a free consultation call with us, okay? And go from there, all right? We are the oldest coaching community for midterm rental corporate housing. I was the one who went viral on social media about this and changed people's lives. Okay, advisor and graduate of the mentorship, we are the largest nationwide corporate housing network in America, the largest, okay? Here's our network, okay? Here's our partnership. As you can see, we have hundreds of different partners nationwide, and how would you like to leverage this, okay? The reason why people work with us is they have a track record, right? I tell people, when you do this yourself, anybody can do this themselves. I believe in everybody. It's just gonna take you 10 times longer. It's gonna cost you 10 times more in the long run, and it's gonna be 10 times harder. Why? Because the landlord is not just gonna give you their property, they're gonna ask you, hey, I like you. You know, I like you, Marilyn, I like you, Donna, I like you, Shelley, I like you, Francisco. However, what's your track record for doing this business? That is the key thing. See? And you gotta be honest with them. If you do this yourself, you don't have a track record. So you're gonna be like, oh, it's my first property, my second deal. What do you think the chance of landing that deal? 0, none. Who in their right mind would give a newbie their hard-earned property that they worked their entire life to buy, right? Here come the key secret. The key secret is you can leverage our track record. What if, when you join us, you can say ethically, hey, we actually are part of a nationwide corporate housing network. We have hundreds of direct partners. Here's our website. Here's my partner website. Boom. In almost every major state, every major city in America, you know, and now we want to see if your property qualifies for what we do. If it is, we do X, Y, and Z for you. Where do you think the conversation will go now? You see? That's called leveraging the track record, leveraging the community, because nobody can beat 100 people in anything, okay? So we have the army, we have the group, we have the team. Leverage us, guys, instead of trying to do this yourself. It's gonna be crazy. What does it look like to enroll in what we do? Number one, you gotta get rid of any fears or limiting beliefs that hold you back from your success. Okay, 80-90% of your success is mindset. Most people don't know that. Most people think it's the tactic, the strategy, all of that. No. You have 2 people, one in Africa become a billionaire, one grow up in the greatest country on earth in America, homeless right now. Right here, I can see something. Just kidding. But you know, why? It's the 6-inch behind the ears, in between the ears right here, okay? So that's why I hang out with billionaires. You know, just being around them, just lift everything up, you know? These people accomplish the impossible. You know what I see when I see the word impossible? I see am possible. It's just a different way to look at things. Nothing's impossible, guys. It's am possible. Get it? So those are the things that I want to talk to you about. And also, it's not a question of resources, it's a question of resourcefulness. Some of you guys, what are some of the, you know, major things that, oh, I don't have the finances to get started. Oh, I don't have the money, I don't have the connection, I don't have this, I don't have that. Well, again, why would somebody in Africa has nothing become a billionaire? Somebody in America has everything, or the opportunity are homeless. It's not a question of resources, it's a question of resourcefulness. Get that to your mind, okay? If you are resourceful enough, God will bless you more with a little seed, the seed of mustard seed, if you're a good steward of what you have. You understand? So that's where the coaching coming in, okay? And then most of you, you know, how many in here do fix and flip? How many here do the Burr method, rehab method? All of that is great, okay? I'm sure you've done all right, but just be very careful because it's something called risk to reward ratio. A lot of my students have been killed with the fix and flip game, even if they have 20, 30 years experience. Why? Because the risk and reward is whack. They're risking 100K to make 100K when you do a rehab. Question: how and what percentage do you need to be right to make it right? 100% of the time. Because you're risking 100K to make 100K. Here, you're only risking a few $1,000 of rent to make 30, 40K, 100K in 3 years. So the reward here is 20 times, 10, at least 10 times the risk. You only need to be right 1 out of 10 times. I hope somebody get that. Somebody get that, put that in the chat. My team type that out in the chat. That one concept took me many years, hundreds of thousands of dollars to learn from a billionaire that I just passed on to you. Okay? So if you do a fix and flip, all of that, you might want to stop it right now. Okay? Because the time will come when you will remember this and you will regret it, because just the risk to reward is whack with that strategy. Nothing wrong with you, it's just the strategy, the risk to reward is whack. You get it? The risk to reward here is amazing. All right. All right, step 2 is we want to help you to do the fast method so you can start your business fast. And then we'll give you weekly mentoring to keep you focused. How many here know that you can get on a call, a small call, like literally a handful of people, where I go through every single deal with you every single week, that will change your business, your life forever? How many here know that? Right? And not just me, but my community of hundreds of members are willing to step in anytime to help you. We have a group chat where you put in the chat and then you get an answer right away from hundreds of people, instead of just you testing it out and losing your shirt or years of life. A lot of my followers do that. Some of my followers, they think they can know it all, they try do themselves. Usually what happened, a couple years later, they crawl back, they lost a ton of money and time, they ask what happened. And I tell them within minutes what happened. And I was like, why did you have to do that to yourself? Right? In the last couple of years, you could be making $1 million, right? Because it's never the question of mistake of commission, it's a mistake of omission, like Warren Buffett said. If we know how to make 500-600K a year, and you're only making 50K a year, every year that you don't know how to do this, you're losing about 500K a year. Make sense? And more importantly, you're losing the time with your daughter, the time with your family, the time with your life. That's the most important thing, okay? And then scale after that, okay? Step 4 is a scale. So you send this, and also do that. All right, so questions now, and then we're gonna go and find some deals, okay? Any questions? All right, and then I'm gonna go, what area, what market you guys wanna look deals in right now? And actually, while that flowing in, I wanna remind everybody, a free consultation call with me, 1 hour free, no string attached. How many want that? All you gotta do is book the link in the chat, apply for it. I only have 5 hours for this event that I have set aside, right? 5 lucky winners, okay? So first come, first serve. When it's gone, it's gone. However, I do have a team of advisors that even if you don't get something from me, they can advise you for about 20, 30 minutes free. So why not? Why not, right? So I'm gonna play another testimonials, and then while I do that, apply to the mentorship. Then when I come back here, I'm gonna analyze and show you exactly what to look for in a property, okay?
I want to introduce somebody very special, amazing, awesome student who's working 50 hours a week with 2 little kids. It's really blown my mind how working moms can also build a side business that within months able to make 6-figure income. Now she have 20 properties, 20 corporate housing, generating more than doctors make. And also travel. She travel, take vacation almost every single month. I'm just so happy and grateful to have her here. It's Coach Ann.
Hi guys, I'm Ann. To be correct, I'm actually having 21 properties. It wasn't that I'm taking vacation every month, but actually every week. I wouldn't be able to do all that without doing the corporate housings.
I've been following Dr. Chau for a long time on Instagram because for me, I'm thinking if I'm going to invest, I want to make sure that I invest wisely because I worked hard for my money, right? And so I've been following Dr. Chau for a long time. Our life has just been so much easier with corporate housing. With our one house for the last months, we've spent honestly the entire time 5 hours within these last 5 months. So an hour a month, guys, honestly.
What I like is the access. Having access to Dr. Chau, the coach. I got his phone number. I can call him for anything. You got to make time or get on their schedule. But Dr. Chau is ready to answer my call if I need it. I haven't yet, but I have faith and know that he will pick up. So that's a big bonus. I tested him. When I say test him, I test his character. And that's what I like about Dr. Chau. He's a real guy. That's why I appreciate Dr. Chau and the program. So
it has been a learning experience for us because it's a whole new business. We also come from corporate America, college and real estate. All of that was completely new for us. I had a hard time with making the phone calls, but you guys said, it's just important to just go for it and make the calls. And we did. We jumped on it, started making phone calls. And after that, it really only took 2 or 3 phone calls. We got our first property in September. We went to go meet the property owner, and he's like an investor. And when he met us right away, we introduced ourselves, met him in person, shook his hand, felt like we were family. He never did a background check on us, credit check, nothing. He signed the lease that night. Definitely a blessing. And then we had our house listed within 2 weeks after that. He actually referred us to an investor friend. So our second property that we got, they offered it to us. We listed it on a Wednesday, and by Friday we had 3 inquiries, and it's booked for 3 months now. This house that we got now, we rented for $1,895. I think with the insurance, we're charging $4,200 per month.
We have faith in this program, and we're happy with the coaches. Been really great to us. We're excited to get our 3rd and 4th property by the end of the year, hopefully.
Let's go.
Within the first month of joining the program, we had a baby. The next month, we onboarded 3 houses. What is your excuse? Let's get on board.
So last year, Kathy went to our event like this, just sitting in your seat. She had one property where she was struggling with short-term rental, blah, blah, blah. And now fast forward a year now, how many properties you have now? On average, $2K a month for properties. You're making 6-figure income, man, in 1 year.
Right now, I have 3 properties.
Awesome. And how much you make average per property per month?
About 3 to 3.5 per property.
$3,000 to $3,500 per property. So, man, you're killing it. And those 3 properties making almost $10K a month.
I started my program last September. I started with nothing, had just enough money to get 1 house. Now I'm at 9 houses. I took 5 houses last October. My gross annual right now per month is about $65,000 a month.
This is one of the best masterminds I've been to. I've formed a lot of great relationships, partnerships, just from this one weekend. Better concepts of how to do this business, what to say, how to do it, who to do it with, who not to do it with.
Thank you, Dr. Chau. Thank you for this event. I felt truly at home. My heart is in peace. I trust. I felt understood. I felt cared for from really all of you. And I think this is my community from now on.
I also want to just express gratitude to Dr. Chau, the coaches, the team. Putting on this live event was just life-changing for me. On behalf of my family, I know it's going to do well for us. I'm so excited for the future. Thank you.
There was a point in your life, I am sure, Dr. Chau, that I don't know if you envisioned or where this whole idea came from, but you were absolutely a trailblazer and a pioneer, and it must have taken a whole lot of chutzpah, a lot of courage, a lot of determination, stamina, energy, brilliance.
All right. Any questions here? All right, Christina, following me for a year. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right, let's look at some deals, okay? Okay, Cincinnati, Ohio, Charlotte, North Carolina, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Okay, I'm gonna try to do as much as I can here. So go, your homework tonight is go on Zillow, analyze your market, the 3 H's, highways, hospitals, and hotels, remember, right? And then put down 5, 10 deals tonight. And we can analyze it tomorrow as well. But right now I'm gonna show you how to find it, okay? It's pretty simple once you figure it out. And there's no reason why you couldn't find 10 good deals tonight, okay? And I will even challenge you to make calls. Make 20 calls, 30 calls, as many as you can, at least 10 calls. How many here will take up that challenge, right? Who knows, you might land a deal. And that deal can get you on your path to success right away, okay? And we'll come back here tomorrow. I can analyze the deal for you and show you the next step right away. So let's just say here, okay? You want to go to, let's say Cincinnati, Ohio. Cincinnati, Ohio. Okay, for rent. Over here. First of all, you want to look at 4-bedroom, 2-bath first. That's the best part. Okay. Entire place. Okay. Allow small dogs, small cats. Those are really good. That's your comparative advantage. Okay. And then you want to see, you know, what property, where's it at and everything. Okay. But before you do that, you want to analyze the market first. Okay. So for example, let's analyze Cincinnati, Ohio, and know where we want to go. Okay, so if you go to Google Map, you put in Cincinnati, Ohio. Okay. And what's the 3 H's, guys? Put down in the chat. Okay, highways, hospitals. Okay, you want to see what hospitals are? There's a couple here, there's a couple here, there's a couple here. Okay. See where the clusters are. Clusters, always good. And then where the hotels are. Boom. Hotel cluster right here, hotel cluster right here. So you want to be around this area and this area, especially this area. So this area is more like downtown, I know. So you want to be a little bit outside of that. So here's another secret. Between 2 clusters is where the winners are. You see this cluster down here in downtown? There's a cluster here in hotel. There's a cluster here in hotel. Well, between this cluster of hotel and this cluster, where are people going to go? This right here in the middle. Got it? There's the Hilton right here. It's good. It's a nice hotel. Okay, this is a nice hotel too. You know? See what I'm saying? So this right here is your money location right here. A bunch of highway, hospitals, and hotel. You're not in downtown. You don't have to worry about all that crap. So this is where you're at. So what do? You go to the Zillow. Boom. You see? This is where you want to go. This is where a bunch of rentals are. Okay, you don't want to pay too much. You want to pay the fair market rent, but that's it. Okay, so hit remove boundaries. So the fair market rent here, just look at the average. So it's look like about 2,500 to about 3,000, maybe 3,500 max. How much can you rent out these to companies? Double. So let's say this one 3,000, you can rent it out to a company for 6,000. So you're making 3,000 a month right over there. Makes sense? Just scan it real quick. The ugly picture is good because the landlord don't know what they're doing. Okay, don't go for the beautiful picture with the watermark, because that means there's a property manager, and property manager company are a lot harder to get them to say yes. Get it? So, for example, of all these property here, you can click on this one. Could be good, right? The best one I found that I see so far is probably this one. Okay, it's a little bit pricey, so you can negotiate down to maybe, I don't know, 3,000. who knows, or even 35, 32. But this one, they've done a good job at renovating it. You know, I know it's old and all that, but they've done a good job at renovating it. Okay. So boom, you see they're putting like 100K to renovate this place. You just rent it and make money right away. Okay. So for example, that's the part you can, you know, go to other places as well. All right, do one more, and this time we're gonna do Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte is a great market as well. Okay. Okay, Charlotte. Highways, hospital, hotel. Where we at? Bunch of highways here. Where are the hospital? Congregate. Hospital. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. 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 So we're at the hotel. Clusters. So you see all the hotel are clustered at the highway intersection. Pay attention. There's a reason why, right? Highway intersection. Look, there's a big cluster here. Highway intersection. Highway intersection. Any of these two will work. Downtown, want to avoid. Come out here. There's a cluster down south here too. It's good. Where are the expensive hotel? Here's another trick. Make it $150 or even $200 more a month, so you can get rid of all the noises. Okay, so this is the south. So let's just do even just $100 a month. See, so the Hyatt is a good hotel. Here's a good hotel. Renaissance is a good hotel. Okay, so you see, very quickly I have found out the best location here is right here. You see this Hyatt, Renaissance, all these are very nice hotel. There's a reason why they are here. Okay, and here as well. So between here and here, south and southwest of Charlotte, boom, you have a market within minutes. Get it? Go over to here in Charlotte, North Carolina, put in 4-bedroom, 2-bath. Also, after you do the 4-bedroom, you can do 3-bedroom as well. Zoom in, find a market. We have circle a market. Boom. There you go. There's a couple of them. 9,000 a month now. Okay. For this market, I want you to stay about 2,500 to 3,000, maybe 3,500 max. But 2,500 to 3,000 is a good deal. Okay. So you will call them. I'll find property manager. I mean property owner, not just manager. Oh, this one is a good one. See, I found a deal for you right there. Boom. I found a deal for you right here already. You see, beautiful home. $2,700, $2,800 a month. They renovated, nice backyard, a beautiful deck. Look, this deck is amazing. We're gonna talk about how to set up to stand out tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. Look, there's a pond. 2,800. You can rent this all day long for like 6,000 a month to companies. Especially there's a lake, a view. Oh, that's the other thing. The second most important thing about real estate is the view, guys. The view. You cannot change the view. Okay. So boom, got it. Easy as that. You find a deal like that. There's so many deals. Okay, so many deals. All right, question. What is the best, most lucrative, highest demand market for Oh, Christina. Okay, good question. The best market for you to get started probably in your backyard. For within 3-hour drive. Okay, you want to find the biggest city within 3-hour drive of you. That's where the money is at. Why? Because for your first deal, you definitely want to be somewhat closer. Once you've done your first deal, you've proven yourself, then scale out to other markets. Okay, but the grass is not greener on the other side. There's always companies want to do business. There's always insurance, housing. There's always families go through renovation, the insurance paying. Okay, so again, the bigger the cities, the better. That doesn't mean that the small city don't work, but that doesn't mean that you want to be in the decent sized cities, right? Not just small. And also people moving in or out of your property, of your city. Okay. So those are the main key things. But boom, you guys get it? All right. So we come to the pretty much our time here. We're gonna wrap it up with a little exercise. How many here got some amazing things today? Okay, some gems, some nuggets. Okay. What's your time? Thank you for showing up for yourself and participating. Okay. So last thing we're gonna do here is I want you to visualize as if it's a year from now and you are making the amount of money passively. Is it 20K, 15K, whatever number, no judgment here. Imagining you making that. And if you want to close your eye, put a hand on your heart, that'd be great. You know, imagining what we feel like for your loved one to look at you so proudly that now you're able to take care of them. Take them on this amazing dream vacation. What is it for you? Is it Santorini, Greece? Is it Paris? Is it London? Is it Bali? Is it Asia? Is it Africa, Australia, Costa Rica, Latin America, Alaska, whatever it is? And you're able to take your whole family with you. And they look at you so proudly that they are worry-free and they are smiling and they have the best time of their life. How you feel? Or is it pay off or take over the mortgage for your parents, get them the maid, retire them early? Or is it showing up to every recital of your daughter's, your son's practice? What is it for you? Or is it your spouse? To be able to take your spouse all over the world and stay at the most luxurious places, give them the best of everything, spoil them. Who is it for you? Imagine that face of that person, so happy that you have done this business and you have able to provide, protect your family forever and ever, generations to come. Break the generational curses, build generational wealth, because this is how they build generational wealth, through real estate, guys. This has been done for thousands of years. And you're in the right place at the right time. Question is, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? Are you commit to your dreams, you go? Are you doing whatever it takes to commit to your dreams, you go? If it is, the next step for you is to book a call with us. That's it. No string attached. This is a free consultation call. We really want to help you as a thank you for following me all these years, all this time. Okay. There's only 5 spots on my calendar, but if you don't get a spot on my advisors are amazing. They can give you 30 minutes at least of their time. So book a call. The link is in the chat, guys. Pop that link in for everybody as well. And then we won't end anything without getting in peak state, right? So put your hand in like this and count down with me from 10 to 1, because we are a team here, okay? We are a family here. Unmute yourself, okay? And count down with me, and then celebrate. Lift up the roof as if you're already making it. You're already making this happen for you and your family. Ready for me? Everybody, unmute yourself. Come on, let's go, okay? Let's go, guys. My team too, let's go. Good to see you guys, everybody. Proud you're making it. Attend here next year. Tomorrow. By next year, you should be traveling the world and
Yes.
report to me, right? Exactly. Good to see you. All right, count down with me. 10,
10,
9,
8,
7,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yes. Woo, super proud of you. Pat yourself in the back, guys. Okay? You guys made it. You guys made it to the end here of the beginning of the rest of your life. Okay, so come back here tomorrow, same time, same place. Book a call. We'll see you on the next live.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Chau.
Good to see you guys.
Thank you, Dr. Chau.
Yeah, let's go.
Awesome.
Thank you, thank you. Woo! Yes, and keep
You're awesome.
showing up for your hair, showing up for your life, showing up for yourself. Super proud of you, okay? Bye-bye. Take care, guys. Love you.
Thank you.
Take care. Woo!